we have the honor of having Alla Peters give us a presentation. She was the founder of Alpha Wave Trader. She specializes in a trading method that uses pure price action and Fibonacci techniques. So with her background, she has created a very unique trading strategy, and also, which kind of incorporates the aspects that prices move based upon investor sentiment, is that her background, I guess, working at Johns Hopkins University, or hospital, she was specializing in behavioral psychology, so that's also incorporated into her trading method. So with that, we've got the honor of introducing Alla. Alla, welcome to the Candlestick Forum. We're very anxious to see what your techniques are all about.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, traders. Thank you guys so much for being here. I look forward to the webinar. I look forward to sharing with you the power of Alpha Wave Trader method. But most importantly, please do prepare the instrument and time frame of your choice, because that would be the most exciting part of the webinar, discussing the instrument of your choice and discussing the levels, because Alpha Wave Trader method applies to any instrument and any time frame. As long as instrument has the price, Alpha Wave Trader method does apply. The presentation will be approximately 20 minutes. So again, the interactive session, question and answer session, is always the most exciting session for me personally, as analyzing price for me personally never gets old, for all the reasons I will share with you shortly. But first, let's remember that U.S. government requires, disclaimer, don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. And I must let you know that I'm a trader, strategist, and educator. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So therefore, everything I share with you for demonstration and educational purposes. So what makes Alpha Wave Trader method so unique? Alpha Wave Trader method based on pure price action. I use no software whatsoever. I use no indicators. I simply read pure price. So each and every trade I take based on pure price. Pure price tells me the inception of the trend. Pure price tells me the exhaustion of the trend. Pure price tells me about the weakness. Pure price show me the power. So each and every day when I trade, I come to the room and that's all I look at. In our trading room, I trade pure price. This is all I pay attention to. This is where price shows me powerful inception of the bullish trend. So let's measure what oil had been saying since 10 a.m. EST. Very critical and very powerful to know these levels. Decision point 1, always the first target, the end of the minor trend. Decision point 2, and this is where it starts getting interesting, because long trend gets tired. And that's exactly what Alpha Wave Trader method all about. But the beauty and magic of the method, it don't matter to me what I trade. If it's oil 13 or if it's Euro daily, all of the levels I project very far in advance. For example, this levels on Euro from reading pure price had been projected since May 23rd. And you can very clearly see all these levels on our Facebook page. I post them regularly and I look forward analyzing instruments of your choice. But pay attention what has happened with the price when price reached decision point 1, the exhaustion of the minor trend. Why is this so critical to know this level? This is ultimate resistance level. This is where price decides, do I want to become major? Do I want to remain minor? And as you could see very clearly, 4 days price struggle blasted through And this is where it gets fascinating. This is precisely why I named these levels danger zone levels, because this is where price does two things. Either bearish correction, which it had done at danger zone 1 and initially danger zone 2, and then it staged magnificent reversal. Inception of the bearish trend with vengeance on June 20th. As you could see, everything incredibly precise, and once again, it doesn't matter if it's Euro Daily, if it's Apple Weekly, or if it's, for example, the trade we had taken in our trading room, NASDAQ 13 range. From 2908.75 today, what has happened with my long trend on NASDAQ? Price became incredibly exhausted and collapsed. And that's how price moves. When I think of the price, I think of the price as incredibly bad-looking girl that everybody ignores until the moment she starts speaking, and then it becomes interesting because there is so much power and there is so much meaning in it. So how in the world did I come up to these conclusions? So this is where it becomes interesting, and I will not bore you with my story. You can very easily pull it up under my story on the website. I simply traded for a long time. I burned a lot of money through multiple delayed indicators until one magnificent day I got fed up, I got sick and tired. I removed all the delayed fluff from my chart, and magic had happened. So, on that note, let's discuss and let's see what is wrong with indicators. Indicators is just like a gorgeous, beautiful girl, except she has no substance. She looks beautiful, stunning, magnificent, but the moment she starts speaking, ouch, it ain't exciting. It's pretty lagging. It's pretty delayed. So it looks so pretty to look on. It looks so exciting. But each and every indicator, in fact, is completely delayed, completely lagging. Each and every indicator simply tries to tell you what happened after the fact. But if you backtest the chart, it looks magnificent. But this is the meaning. This is the alphabet of the market. Price pattern is simple, pure, and clean. All you have to do is spend thousands of hours reading it. That's what I've done before I designed my method. So let's talk about MACDs. I use MACDs. I love MACDs. I did love MACDs until you get stuck in ranging markets. What is happening when you're stuck in ranging markets? For example, on ES, when market goes in consolidation, ouch. By the time you're supposed to take short, you're re-entering long, you get smashed in corrective structure and minor market structure. But if you know pure price, you know exactly where price will be exhausted, you know where to take reversals from, and you know where to expect very powerful support levels. All of these levels on ES were drawn at the market open today. Is this clear? In education course, we use range chart. I use any chart. I work with mentoring students, options, stocks, forex. I use anything. Everything you see in front of you, regular pattern. This is all I read. This is all I pay attention to. So there we go. So MACDs are fantastic, lovely, except when market is stuck in correction, like here, this when trouble begins. But in fact is, if you know how to read the price, you would easily see this is fluff. This is what we call in the course flappuccino. If market gives you flappuccino, cappuccino, this is simply stop line. So each and every time I take a trade, I show in the trading room the stop sign. So once again, if you would review the YouTube videos, it has multiple live examples from trading rooms. It's all very self-explanatory. So red line is a stop line, and these levels are Alpha Wave Trader proprietary Fibonacci levels. This is the levels I named accordingly after years of studying pure price. And it doesn't matter what we trade, if it's range chart, if it's monthly, weekly, and that's when the fun will begin, when I will be answering your questions very shortly. Yes, nobody had given it to me. I developed these levels myself through very, very long time. No, it's a freebie, it's a tool, it's free tool on every single platform that has price. Nobody sells any indicators here. It's free. It's all based on reading pure price. It's a free tool on NinjaTrader under Fibonacci levels. Freebie on every platform. Is that clear? So do your charts look like this? Are your charts cluttered by endless indicators? What's happening with the price? Where did the price go? Poor price, each and every indicator is showing only what price did after the fact, but poor price is completely cluttered by delayed flashy indicators. Arrows that look so simple, so easy. So what happens if you spend years using this? Do you know anything about the markets? Breaks my heart when I have traders who come to me who have been trading for 20 years and say, ouch, I know nothing about the price. So that's why it is so crucial to understand. This is the alphabet on the market. Price tells you the inception of the trend. Price shows you levels of exhaustion. Price shows you where to take profit of the table. All you have to do is pay attention to price and magic happens. So years and years of reading pure price, I developed my method. And that's all I trade, and that's all I teach. So this is exactly what you see in our trading room. No unnecessary variables, pure price action, pure price. This is what I do each and every day. And each and every day it becomes so much easier to trade. This is #1 requirement in Alpha Wave Trader course. It is indicator detox course. If you're interested in learning pure price, let go of indicators. Believe that pure price is magic. And you'll be amazed. If one thing you learn here, I highly recommend remove all the indicators, spend time with pure charts, and you'll be amazed how far your trading will go. Because nothing in this world is random. Nothing. And in just a second, we'll find out why. What is Fibonacci? Fibonacci is truly magical sequence that surrounds everything around us. Look in the mirror. Do you ever wonder why human body, why human face has such a perfect symmetry? Why is nature so perfectly symmetrical? Why is music, ocean waves, dance, animals, trees, flowers, why are they so symmetrical? It is exact identical formula, golden ratio, that applies to price structure. And that's exact formula I apply when I look on my levels. Pay attention to these levels, all drawn on oil 1 hour on June 26th. On June 26, I clearly knew where decision point 1, the end of the minor trend, will be. As you could see on our YouTube channel, we had absolutely magnificent day yesterday on oil. It was phenomenal. It was fantastic. It was insane to see the power of these levels. This was the 167 tick short we took to the downside on 2 trades. And then I instructed everybody to go long again to this level. And pay attention to what happened at decision point 1. This is the most critical level in your trading. And again, the formula remains the same. It doesn't matter if you trade Apple monthly, if you trade range chart, tick charts, stocks, whatever you trade that has price, formula remains the same. This is, if you trade 1 hour chart, your first target. This is the end of the minor trend. So if you know how to read the pure price, you know where to take profits off the table because incredible selling pressure is waiting. Oil struggled the entire night to blast through this level. Very powerful short formations multiple times. And here, decision point 2, endless fluff. And then we took this fantastic, amazing, awesome long. Very, very critical to trade between the levels, never into these levels. And all you need is pure price to know where these levels are. It is a fib level that you learn in the course. We teach you how to use properly pure price action and how to apply Fibonacci levels. So once again, DARS traders, I spelled out, let's do this exercise again. Decision point 1 is resistance level. It's the end of the minor trend. So on oil, on this structure, we had very powerful long from 94.50 area. On 94.50, this is where you take profits off the table. This is your ultimate resistance, the end of the minor trend. This is where trend decides, do I want to become major or do I want to remain minor? Is this clear? So I monitor the price formation and I had taken short and shown on YouTube video, all the videos done live in our trading room. It's easy to pull up. It's the video prior to the last one. You can see it live. Is that clear? So it doesn't matter to me what I trade. This is end of minor trend. In this long example, it's my first target. And here I short because price told me that it's incredibly exhausted. Here's my decision point 2. I know better not to enter into this level. And this is where I took long from, only for price to get exhausted when it reached danger zone. That's why I precisely named this level a danger zone level. Yes, danger zone is trend exhaustion level. You absolutely take short if you know how to obey 4 rules for entry. And there we go. So there are so many traders who are terrified of golden ratio. It looks so complicated, but in fact, it is incredibly simple. Very, very simple. And right now I see that the charts froze and are not moving. Yes. So on occasion this happens, which means I have to stop for 1 second because Amnovia just froze. I have to log out, guys. And log back in. Let's try this again. Here we go. So let's just review what I just discussed. So the basic principle identifies very, very clear the power of the price structure. So this is a key. If you know how to read the price formation, if you obey 4 well-defined rules, you know very, very clearly where danger zone levels are. Where to monitor for reversals. Is this clear? All you have to do is read the price. It's very, very simple. I assure you. For example, NQ daily. Very powerful short on NQ occurred on May 20th. On May 20th, NQ collapsed, but respected decision point 1 and gave us bearish correction. So if you are an option trader, you are closing the position because you are seeing and respecting how powerful this bounce is. So once again, the formula is exactly the same. Respect the end of the minor trend. And Q danced at this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days before collapsing to decision point 2 and eventually to danger zone. This is the first time since May 23rd NQ is giving us powerful bullish structure. First time since. What will transpire tomorrow on Monday is the most critical structure we've seen on NQ since then. This is a decision point. NQ is due for pullback. It would be stunning and shocking to see that we're going to see bullish power to continue. I expect very powerful selling pressure. But nevertheless, danger zone respected, and here it is. Bullish pullback that had been in a play the last 3 days. So is this clear? All you need is pure price to know where to take profits off the table, where the end of the minor trend is, decision point 1, the most critical level in the market structure. If there is corrections, if there is minor trend, it will end here. So if you're trading daily chart, this is your first target, this is your second, this is your third. We don't trade corrective waves. Wave 2 and 4 are corrective. If you know how to trade danger zone, you know that 95% chance your trade is over here. That's what we teach in the course. This is the danger. If you're a conservative trader, you trail very, very carefully because anything happens close to this level. And all you need is pure price. Pure price, candlestick patterns, structure. Know how to read it. Very, very simple, and that's all we teach. So there we go. This is very much typical market structure. 5-wave pattern, major trend. Major trend consists of 5 waves, minor trend consists of 3s. And if you know how to read pure price, which each and every trade consists of various candles, it don't matter if it's tick charts, hourly, monthly, weekly, range, Renko, whatever it is, it's a price. The structure, the pattern remains the same. No, I never spent in my life more than 1 hour reading about Elliott wave. Elliott wave is too complex, too cumbersome, and I never understood why. Price is simple. This is major trend. This is how I see it. That consists of 5 waves. There is no need for ABCs, XYZs, and so on. This is simple. So if you learn how to trade pure price, you enter at the inception of the trend, wave 1. You always stay out of the wave 2, wave 4, and you enjoy the ride on wave 3, the most powerful structure in the market, wave 3. So if this is minor trend, wave 3 is always present. If this is major trend, it will consist of 5 waves, but this is critical and this is essential. Never, ever, ever enter at the end of wave 3. And this is absolutely essential and critical. Know when to stay out. So there we go. Ranging markets occur 80% of the time. It's essential to respect that structure because there are still price patterns that are tradable, except your targets are much more conservative. The structure and waves are much more simple. Trading markets occur 20% of the time, especially on instruments, beasts of the market, like oil, DAX, pound yen. Enjoy the volatility, because volatility in those beasts is always present. Therefore, you have drastically bigger targets, as clearly shown in yesterday's video, and you have drastically bigger moves. That's why it is essential that you respect the behavior of the instrument you trade, because there is absolutely nothing in common between oil versus bonds versus NQ. And this is the key. Respect smaller time frames within larger time frames. If you know how to read smaller time frame, a lot of times it's the inception of the trend that starts on very small time frames and goes into larger wave expansion. So if you trade 30-minute candle, I highly recommend you pay to 2-minute structure, because this is showing you any meaningful and powerful formations that will start here but will transform into the larger time frame, and vice versa. What I use in the course and in our trading room is hourly chart. That is the guiding light. That is absolutely essential. If you're a day trader, paying attention to hourly chart before you ever take a trade. But if you're trading daily chart, pay attention to weekly. Know where decision point 1 is. Essential, critical, brick wall. Know where to monitor for trend exhaustion, and know what trend correction is. Pure and simple. Yes, absolutely. Candlestick structure, this is what creates price patterns. Imagine opening up a book. Imagine opening up any book that has letters in the alphabet. This is the price of the market. Candlestick form price patterns. And this is what defines where these levels are. Essential and critical to trade between the levels, never into levels. And where to monitor for price reversals. This was spectacular reversal from 3400. And 3400 level on euro on July 18th. And all of this had been very, very clear since May 23rd. Danger zone is the end of major trend. Wave decision point 1 is the end of minor trend as spelled out. Minor trend consists of 3 waves. Major trend consists of 5. Yes, it's very unique how I see fibs. I see magic in them daily. I think trading is the best video game in town. If you trade pure price for entry and Fibonacci for exits. So there we go. Wave 3 is the most critical structure in the market. Once again, reminder, power, even if it's minor trend, even if it's corrective trend. And here is, if you don't know that this is wave 3 and you take a long position here, ouch. And here's a short structure. Once again, this is the power. Wave 2 is weakness, wave 4 is weakness. Don't take shorts at the end of wave 3. Take the inception of wave 3. Know how to read the price structure. Enjoy the ride. So even if market in ranging market structure, the price is still present. The wave 3 is still there. So here's a couple of examples, and I look forward to answering your questions. So this is a formula. If you know how to read pure price, you take the inception of the trend, wave 1, wave 3, and you stay out once wave 3 is formed. And you never, ever, ever trade corrective waves. And here is lovely, right? Yes, Howie, I trade daily in trading room, and you can see multiple live trade recordings on YouTube channel I posted. I just spent years reading pure price. Thank you, Frank. So there we go, crude oil, exact same concept. Wave 3, much choppier. Know where the levels are, respect the structure, know when to stay out, know when to take profits off the table. Yes, that's what we teach in education course. That's not something I can teach you in the webinar. Knowing how to start the inception of the trend is essential to your trading success. This is magnificent, spectacular 5-wave structure. This is classic. This is magic. Enjoy the ride, wave 1, stay out, structure 2. Here's magnificent wave 3. Very clear and beautifully defined wave 5. Never, ever trade corrective wave 4 and 2. Euro yen, 1 minute. Exact same concept. So there we go. In education course, you learn 2 concepts: pure price for entry, Fibonacci for exits. Clean, simple, and pure. 4 precise, clear rules. There's absolutely no ifs, buts, nothing subjective. Very specific, very precise. So therefore, if you know how to read pure price, you know how to define wave formation. You know how to identify inception of the trend. You know how to identify wave's termination, which is danger zone level, and decision point 1, which signifies the end of the major trend and the end of the minor trend. Essential and critical to your trading success. So therefore, if you can do that, you have high probability entries, high probability targets, and you know areas of inherent danger. You know when to stay out, and you know when to enjoy the ride. And this is one of the most essential and critical components. Knowing when to stay out. Knowing how to identify corrections. Trading corrections, such as an example here, is brutal. This is correction fluff. This is how you cut down on your computer time significantly. You walk away. You enjoy the inception of the trend. This is power. This is magic. Magnificent. 3rd wave, exhaustion. And this is what happens. If you don't know that this is the end of wave 3, and you take long here, what happens? Ouch! Guess why? Because you just took an entry at the danger zone level. End of wave 5. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Is this clear? Essential to know. And here's your magnificent reversal trade. And once again, if you will review and witness multiple trade recordings on the YouTube channel, on Facebook, you can see it's incredibly precise, and precision is the key to your trading success. And that's all I do in Trading Room daily. So we have an open forum with our students, with our graduates. Students are always available for discussions. Currently, we have 3 different areas of interaction. We have live trading rooms, pre-market and intra-market. I trade intra-market. I trade oil, ES, and NQ because the instruments have drastically different behavior. Then we have entirely separate education room, and once you graduate from the course, we're not going anywhere. We have Alpha Wave Traders Club for graduates where we discuss consistently trade setups, and every Friday I teach the wave class. So there we go. That's exactly what I just mentioned. Each and every day I analyze the levels before I take any trade structure. It's essential to know where you are in market structure before you ever take a trade. So as you could see, before we start trading, we take a look on oil daily chart and oil hourly chart. It's critical to know where you are in the market structure. So if you're anywhere close to danger zone level, you don't acquire long position. You're waiting for price to reach this level and you're monitoring for powerful short setup. That's essential to know what not to enter into, where to expect reversals. Because when it comes at danger zone levels, it comes very suddenly and it comes with vicious power. So if you don't know where this level is and you're riding this magnificent powerful long and you're taking an entry here, ouch. If you're taking an entry into decision point 1, the end of the minor trend, ouch. Trade between the levels, never into them. Formula remains the same. So there we go. That's all there is. This is what we teach in the course on these 3 instruments. I highly recommend to learn on NQ because NQ is only $5 per tick. We constantly rotate various instruments. As you can see on performance page, I used to trade Euro, Russell. It is all the same. As long as it has price, alpha wave trader method remains the same. Very, very precise, very clear. Absolutely nothing is subjective. Precision is a key to your trading success. So therefore, if you know how to trade pure price, you can trade anything. You take in charge of your trading. You trade with independence, confidence, clarity, and freedom. One of the graduates, Steve S., named the course, it's a brainware, not a software. I'm done with presentation. I look forward to your questions. So please take a look at the performance page MP as posted above. Look forward to your questions, guys. What would you like me to analyze? Please post the instrument and time frame before I can answer your questions. And I would like to pull them up. My pleasure, Carol. Thank you so much. Before I can analyze anything, I would like to start from futures. Is that clear? 10-minute NQ, ES for tomorrow, gold daily. Excellent questions. Let's bring up the charts. We have all of the charts ready. So let's go. Thank you so much. So please, if you're saying gold futures, let's take a look. S&P tomorrow, that is very vague question. Once again, I need a time frame. So therefore, let's go. If you're not specifying the time frame, I will identify the time frame for you. So if you're looking on S&P tomorrow, does it mean S&P 1 minute or does it mean S&P weekly, monthly, daily? What exactly does it mean? So let's start with daily, shall we? I like on Ninja to use 1440-minute chart. Make sense? So let's discuss this. This was magnificent, spectacular, fantastic, amazing rally that started in the month of April on beautiful ES, correct? So what has happened on ES when it came to the danger zone levels? So let's say you are in a stock market and you're seeing this level coming. What do? But once again, identify price structure. Price came to decision point 1 and clearly spelled out that bullish trend was not minor. It was major. It was simply taking a pause. So if you're trading daily chart, this was your first target. If you know how to read price patterns, you saw very, very clearly bullish trend is here with vengeance. Then this was your second target. And this was very powerful short opportunity. But let's measure where the short trend is currently, as we already highlighted on ES earlier, correct? There we go. Clear? So once again, I expect huge selling pressure. ES had reached decision point 2. It's due for wave 2, corrective wave. And this is where it's critical to monitor the formations, because I expect sellers to come in with vengeance here at any moment. So please, guys, if you're posting the question, please specify the time frame, or I will have to specify it myself. So I think we spent enough time on ES. Do you agree? Everything you learn in the course is a reference line. CL daily, excellent. Bond daily chart, let's go. Oil daily, excellent question. So once again, if you take a look on YouTube channel, we had absolute blast. It was the best day on oil yesterday. Please pull it up. It was phenomenal, monumental, and absolutely amazing. So once again, rally on oil started in the month of April, correct? So what has happened when price reached decision point 1 in the month of May? You had phenomenal shorting opportunities, very, very powerful, since May 6th and May 23rd. Is this clear? Very critical and most powerful level in the market. And let's measure this bearish correction. This is where it gets incredibly interesting and fantastic, because I love seeing the power of the bounce of 3-wave correction. So there we go. And pay attention to what happened with this bearish structure when it reached danger zone. Here's your buying opportunity. A reversal. And once again, when bearish trend reversed, it took a pause at decision point 1. Yes, Judy, that's what you learn in education course. This is not something I can explain in 1 hour webinar. Guys, we have about 15 minutes. 1440 gives me much more specific structure, and that's what I like. So let's go to bonds. Then we'll go to Forex and we'll go to stocks. How is that? So what are we looking on bonds? Very, very powerful structure started on bonds on May 2nd. On May 2nd, you had phenomenal shorting opportunity on bonds. And this is where bonds started dancing. What has happened with a short on bond from 147? Short on bond at 147 had taken a pause. Decision point 1, decision point 2, and here, this is what we call danger zone dance. It's a corrective fluff. Once again, dancing between the levels. This is finally has a meaning. This is what separates knowledgeable pure price action trader from those who don't know where these levels are. So once again, when price reaches danger zone, you expect short trend exhaustion. You're monitoring the formations. This is where price does 2 things. Either a corrective dance or reversal dance. This was corrective fluff. You would stay completely out. You would not take any long positions. This is time to stay out and monitor. Okie dokie. Aussie dollar, guys. Gold, silver on daily. One more question on the indices. Gold, silver on daily. Let me see if I have gold ready. Yes, I do. No, we're not talking about regular fib levels. I have my very unique way of looking at the fibs. Very unique way of looking at the fibs as spelled out. So here is gold daily chart. Gold daily chart initially on the first descent, this was your first target on daily, and you had been short from 1450. 1450 price had struggled to break through for entire months. Gold finally is collapsing to the danger zone. When it came to the danger zone, it gave us a correction. Gold is not tired. Wave 3 is still on. I expect the wave 4 to come into play. Is that clear? This is what I developed, this is what I designed after years of trading pure price. I saw very, very clearly that nothing with price is random. The price clearly spells out the inception of the trend, the end of the minor trend, the end of the exhaustion of the major trend. At any moment, gold will give us very meaningful pullback, but it's only wave 3. So wave 4 will be a corrective wave anywhere between these levels. Highly possible even tomorrow. Now, Darth Trader, all of the levels drawn very far in advance. The levels on gold, every single level drawn on daily chart many days, sometimes weeks in advance, on each and every trade. On the SI trade 5, 8, 13, and 21 range in our trading room. Bigger the range, bigger the targets, bigger the stops. So the range chart 5 will be roughly 5 ticks versus 21 ticks. Exactly. So there we go. All right, so we're looking next on Forex and stocks. Apple 5-minute chart. So let me bring up stocks. What stocks? Guys, please list the stocks you'd like me to take a look at. We'll do a few more stocks, and then we will do a few more Forex. Apple, ready, Oracle, Google, Amazon. Excellent questions. So yes, very, very clearly, these are support and resistance level, no question about it. Amazon, ready. Google, coming up. So the beauty and magic of pure price is once you learn how to trade it, you can trade anything, any instrument, and any time frame. Formula remains the same. Just like any flower you look at, the same symmetry remains. Any instrument you look at, the same symmetry remains. Clear? Each and every Fibonacci level is a support and resistance level. All right. We already had looked on S&P multiple times. ES is S&P. We've done it 5, 6, 8 times. SPY is ES future, identical. Okie dokie, Google is ready. I don't sell any indicators. My goodness, as spelled out earlier, it's free on any platform. All right, so guys, let's go. Amazon, Google. And I saw a question for Netflix. Hold on, let me see if I have data on Netflix. So I work with stock traders in mentoring course. The course is taught on futures. All right, Netflix is ready. So let's go. So I saw the names for the stocks, but I did not see the time frame. So I assumed we are looking on daily charts. Correct? So there we go. Spectacular collapse on Apple started last time on May 16th. Okay? So let's measure the structure. Let's see what Apple is telling us. At any moment, Apple's going to find very powerful bounce. This is essential to monitor the formation here because it is showing very powerful buying opportunity on any day now. Pay attention to the bounce of decision point 2, dance at decision point 1. But here is also magnificent and critical power of this bullish structure, which was very impressive. This is the most powerful bullish structure we had seen on Apple in forever. And once again, is it clear why I named danger zone levels, which is major trend exhaustion levels. So if the trend is long, its ultimate resistance. As I highlighted the inception of the short trend. 5-minute on Apple, 5-minute and Netflix, no problem. We'll do 5-minute Apple, we'll do 5-minute Netflix. Ouch, what in the world is this? Very funny. This is hysterical. This was market close today. What has happened on Apple? Is somebody trading Apple 5 minutes? I don't trade stocks currently. I used to trade stocks until 2008. So guys, this is a short on Apple that's set up at 12:30 today, 12:30 EST. This is where Apple found support, very powerful bearish trend. This is where Apple had staged very impressive three-wave bullish reversal. Let's measure this bullish reversal. Is it clear? Know where decision point 1 is. Know what not to enter into. Know where to monitor for reversal in danger zone and where to monitor for reversal at decision point 1 if trend is minor. Very powerful shorting opportunity. Alright, let's go next to Netflix, 5 minutes. Then we'll go to an Amazon. Adorable structure on Netflix, 5 minutes. Fantastic, amazing, and very powerful. If I would be trading Netflix, I would be shorting Netflix from 215.20. Only 20% of the time trend ends at decision point 2. Here's a dance between the levels. And let's measure this bullish rally that's staged from that level. Very, very clean and very, very pretty. Oh no! Market closed at decision point 1. How predictable! Know where minor trend will end. Know where to monitor for reversal. Minor trend resistance level. Clear? Thank you. Alright, what was another question? Was Amazon. What time frame, guys? Amazon daily coming up. Amazon daily. Hold on, let me convert to 1440 minutes. We have very few minutes, guys. Amazing questions. Very powerful rally staged on Amazon on May 2nd. On May 2nd, you had phenomenal buying opportunities. So let's take a look and let's see what has happened on Amazon. And where is Amazon struggling currently? So on May 2nd, you bought Amazon at 250. You took profits at decision point 1. This is where trend took endless correction. Is that clear? Amazon struggled at this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. This level is always present because we always have minor trend, we always have a corrective trend. What has happened with the price when price visited this level once again? The bottle was still on. And what are you seeing when price reached very, very close to the danger zone levels? That's how price moves. You're monitoring for reversals. You never take trend entry anywhere near these levels. Clear? So if you know how to trade alpha wave trader method, on May 2nd, you would know where all of these levels are. Far in advance. Whatever has the price has alpha wave trader method. So on that note, I believe I answered 3 stocks. Let's take a look on a couple of Forex. What were the questions on Forex? Because I'm running way above time. Deborah, I saw your question prior. I don't know if I have data for TSLA. Google, yes, of course, Google. My God, guys, I'm begging you, please read latest and the greatest. Search inside yourself by Google Meditation Teacher, the happiest person who works at Google. It's a bestseller. It will help you in your personal trading, I assure you. So, if you will get that book, you will be forever grateful to me. So please let me know. Powerful rally started on Google on April 19th. You had very powerful buying opportunity at 780. At 780. Is that clear? Oh, super. I just saw that I have a permission to go a little bit over time, so thank you so much. So yes, I can answer a few more questions. I just don't like holding my very hospitable host up, especially on such an important few days. So there we go. Google magnificent rally that started on daily chart, became incredibly exhausted at the danger zone level once again. Is that clear why it's named danger zone level? So first time price reached danger zone, it gave us a correction. So by reading the price structure, you know how to identify and separate the correction. And if you know how to read the price patterns, you would see when price reached the end of the minor trend, it barely took a pause. It respected it on that day. But you would have trailed very carefully because you know that this price is telling you bullish trend is incredibly powerful. It's picking up the steam. It is not over. And you trail and see that this is a correction. And then you finally see pretty impressive reversal. Let's measure the reversal. Let's measure bearish trend. Let's see if anything happening. Oh, is it possible? Bearish trend is over. Ta-da! It was not impressive. It was a fluff. Based on the bullish structure, I would not be taking any of the shorts, to be honest. It's way too weak for me to touch. Okay, so this is what I use. I trade pure price and I use all of these levels for exits. In trading, in education course, we learn everything on futures. We teach everything on futures, on range charts, on day trading. In mentoring course, we work with forex traders, stock traders, option traders. And yes, I take incredibly small number of students. Danny is helping me to do so. So on that note, how to use that tool you learn during 8-week course. So let's go very clearly to Forex. It's time. Guys, I adore and love what I do. I can read price 24/7. That's why when I discovered the structure, I became absolutely possessed and driven by discovering the magic. Search Inside Yourself by Chait-Meng Cheng. He's a scientist at Google. It's phenomenal. As spelled out earlier, from years trading pure price. So please do read my story on the website so you can know that. Alright? Super. Fantastic. Alright, so let's do this. I see only one question about OSC Daily. Any other indices on Forex? Thank you, Peg. I see it very clearly. So guys, any other questions? Euro USD? Again, very bad question. Euro USD, what time, please? Pound dollar, fantastic. Aussie yen, let's go. What time frame, peeps? USD ZAR. I don't think I do that. Yes, please sign up on the website, and you're supposed to receive an email with invitation. Guys, I am on vacation entire next week. So if you come to the trading room, come on July 8th, please. Yes, I believe you will be receiving links, but the trial on the website is only $9, but I believe the staff has the link to the invitation. Yes, BW, absolutely. So anyhow, so let's go and let's take a look on Euro USD, Aussie yen, Euro USD. So please slow down a little bit. This is too much fun. I wish it was not. A little late for me. I'm an early bird. I like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, my pleasure, ZG. Thank you, Catherine. All right. Yes, Euro USD for hours. So, guys, let's analyze. Somebody else was asking me about US dollar. USD CAD, USD what? What was the question, please? Thank you, Long. Thank you, MG. USD daily. Which USD? We have multiple USD. US dollar what? We're looking on Forex. It's a pair, right? USD is a pair. It's USD CAD. What US dollar? It's not future. Okay, yes, guys, we already migrated to Forex. We're not going back. So on that note, let's start with Aussie Yen. What was the request on Aussie Yen? What time frame, please? Aussie Yen daily. Aussie Yen daily started very, very powerful. First, it gave us a bit of a fluff, a bit of a corrective mode, okay? So let's analyze this as we teach in the course. Here is the importance of respecting the spread in Forex. Very, very critical. Incredibly powerful bounce of decision point 1 a couple of ticks prior. Is this clear? Finally, price had reached decision point 1, collapse, dance between the levels. And here is a correction. Would I be taking long here yet on Aussie Yen? Absolutely not. The bearish trend is not over. This is fluff. This is what we call danger zone dance. Not yet. Monitor the price structure. So far, it's only bullish correction. Thank you, Charles. Thank you much. Yes, you can see very, very clearly. Here is my email. I love communicating with you guys. I'm always open for any questions, any concerns you may have. I promise you I return all the emails. As it's shown very, very clearly in this book, Search Inside Yourself, magic happens when you care about others. That's the reason why I love what I do. So it's not a spiel. You can speak with other graduates of the course. It's blast, it's fun, it's magic. Next question, Euro USD 1 hour. Euro USD 1 hour coming up. Thank you, BW. Yes, absolutely. Ouch. What is this? This does not look kosher. Right? I don't like what I see. Let's go on Euro. Daily chart. Let's see if it's going to be cleaner. Much better looking chart. So let's measure this bullish rally. Let's see how predictable it is. You had amazing buying opportunity on Euro at 28.50. Very powerful, very critical. Buying, magnificent buy, 28.50. So where had the Euro ended? Euro had ended at danger zone levels. This is a very impressive bearish structure. But currently, Euro is finding pretty powerful bounce. I expect buyers to pick up the steam. So please monitor Euro overnight today and tomorrow to see if buyers will pick up the steam, but do not ignore 3144, 3100 to the upside. Is that clear? I will not be there. Danny will be there. Danny is a course educator. He will be in the room. I'm taking next week off. So I also highly recommend, if you're serious about trading, you take time off during major holidays. There will be absolutely no market volume. There's going to be no fun. It's going to be brutal and torturous, babysitting, sleepy markets. Is that clear? That's the reason why I don't trade on holidays. Aussie dollar daily. I believe we already analyzed this chart because we already looked on, I believe, future. Shocker. Yes, I take off whole months. Yes, so if you're prudent and conservative trader, you don't trade on Fridays, you don't trade around major holidays, you take off most of August and most of December, and you make a lot more money because you don't want to be one of retail traders. You want to play with major players. You want to be with serious volume. Trading, unlike any other sport, if you know what you are doing, less you work, more money you make. So once again, Aussie dollar daily, corrective bounce, price is still dancing, showing potential of visiting 0900. This bearish collapse is not over. It's bullish correction. It's wave 2. Price will collapse to 0900. This will be wave 3. So it was fantastic shorting opportunity at 9300. Alright? So if you have any questions, what was the other instrument? Please do remind me. Euro USD, what was the time frame? Thank you, Caroline. Yes. Trading, rules in trading, totally opposite to common sense in normal life. First of all, you never diversify in trading. You master one instrument. Until you double your account with one instrument, you don't trade a basket. It becomes a chaos. Each and every instrument different in behavior. In trading, you become master of one or master of none. Specifically, I'm referring to day trading. NQ has nothing in common with ES. Oil has nothing in common with NQ. Oil is a beast. ES is a marching soldier. Tick count is different. Behavior is different. Focus on one and become master of one, or you become master of none. And that is absolutely essential and critical. So, we already looked on Euro USD daily. What was another question, guys? Please? Pound dollar daily. And then USD CAD daily. Excellent questions. Okay, pound dollar daily, spectacular rally started at 50-50 level. So where did this rally ended? Isn't that cutie fruity danger zone? Isn't this picture perfect reminder why you need to know where this level is? So once again, the structure on pound dollar very, very similar to what we just discussed on another instrument. This clearly showed me that bullish trend was not minor. This is power. This will show me and tell me that there is no selling pressure anywhere here. Therefore, you had plenty of space for a trend to go all the way to the danger zone. And here's a collapse. So let's measure this bearish structure because it's very, very critical and very important to know where it's heading, right? I expect the bounce at any moment. But the most powerful bounce based on this structure will come at 15000. I assure you, this is temporary bounce. The very powerful buying structure will show up at 1500. Euro Yen daily, I believe I already installed. I am teaching since 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, guys. I start losing my voice, so let's go to USD CAD. And we are done, okay? So if you're going to come to trading room on July 8th, we can stay a little bit longer. We can analyze some of the things, okay? All right, CAD daily. So once again, if you would measure this very powerful rally, ta-da, know where danger zone is, know where to monitor for reversals. How predictable. And here's the bearish rally. Only 20% of the time, trend ends at decision point 2. Very, very, very rare, 20% of the time. So guys, I thank you so much. Yes, I'm teaching since early in the morning tomorrow. We have classes ongoing, starts each and every Monday. We love what we do. We have lots of incredibly happy students, graduates all over the world. Currently, we have students in Jerusalem, Canada, Lebanon, Russia, out of all the places, which makes the world that much smaller and that much more exciting. So, pure price is universal. Pure price is magic. Pure price is not random. It's a confirmation that there is much higher and much bigger power in this world. So I love what I do for that simple fact that each and every day I see that very, very clearly. And that's the reason why I think trading is the best video game in town. Because it shows me that clear confirmation daily. And if you can play by the rules, if you can learn 4 rules, you can trade pure price. But the most essential component in this is you, your discipline, your patience. It's absolutely essential and critical to your trading success. I had posted a performance link multiple times. So guys, unless you have any other questions, as well as our performance recorded on our YouTube channel daily. Okay, guys? I look forward to seeing you July 8th. Please do be incredibly careful next week. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Kali. Thank you, BW. Thank you, Deborah, Frank, Harry, Nigel, Candace, HB, Dave. Thank you.